Hello students, please subscribe the channel, drop a like, share and comment. This is dictation number 9 and 10 of the Model Speed Dictation volume number 1 on the speed of 100 words per minute. Start. As far as agricultural income tax or its inclusion along with other incomes for purposes of income tax is concerned, it is a very good thing. I agree, because businessmen were funneling lots of black money into agriculture and ultimately converting it into white money. But at the same time, there are others who are not businessmen or who are not falling in this category. For example, there may be a man in service and he may also be doing agriculture. So, if agricultural income is to be clubbed, it should be only in the case of businessmen and industrialists and not for servicemen or anybody else, because otherwise the incentive will be lost. I think instead of taxing them, the government should make them completely tax free and they should give concessions. Only then we can improve. Otherwise, it will be very difficult, and all the time foreign experts will be coming from various countries, and these white skinned people will cook their own goose and do nothing else, and we will keep on starving and keep on importing from the various countries. Recently, there was unemployment in the rural sector in America, and they requested us to buy 4 million tons of wheat. They gave us credit for that. So it is we who are missing from our side. They will never miss it. Sir, as we see in the industry, in agriculture also there is a regional disparity in the development of agriculture. If we divide the country into 3 or 4 zones in the agricultural field in this country, we find a great disparity. In Punjab, the yield per acre is more than the yield per acre even in the USA, because in Punjab 80% of the land comes under irrigated area, whereas if we look at Madhya Pradesh, which has a very big area under cultivation, the irrigated land is only 8%, and therefore the yield per acre is also very low. Formerly, as young students of geography, we know only about wheat zones, rice zones, cotton zones, but I feel that under the irrigated areas, even wheat zones can be brought under rice zones. Therefore, I would like to appeal to the Honorable Minister for Agriculture that in all these areas, forest areas, tribal belt areas, or hilly areas where no survey has so far been conducted, a survey should be undertaken immediately and the land should be brought under some system, of course, without affecting the tribal interests. There are other associated problems where there is zooming cultivation. Because of this shifting system of cultivation, most of the forest wealth had been destroyed and had been reduced to ashes. Therefore, the main task is to see that this system of zooming is done away with immediately. This will have a very good impact, particularly in the hill areas. Sir, as we know, in the country there are two types of rivers, snow fed rivers and rain fed rivers. Sir, as we all know, the rural population still constitutes the backbone of our society, of our economy, of our political system. We all know that 70% of the population still sustains on agriculture. Therefore, the Ministry of Agriculture has a great responsibility to discharge, a great expectation to fulfill, and a great obligation to meet. Among the several activities which the Ministry of Agriculture is undertaking, one important area of its operation is rural development, to which I think we should now pay greater and greater attention. There was a time when we thought that mere increase in agricultural production will solve all our problems of poverty, but that is not coming true. There was a time when we thought that mere extension of new technology to agriculture will solve all our problems of the regeneration of rural society, but it has not come to be true. There was a time when we thought that by having some big projects in some rural areas and by some physical development of villages, we will solve a number of our fundamental problems. But it has not come to be true. I therefore want to plead with the Agriculture Ministry that it is time when they give topmost priority to the rural development program, because agriculture in this country is not just a productive machine. It is a way of life, it is integrated, it is inseparable from all aspects of life. Therefore, considering agriculture as a mere production mechanism will not help the development of our rural society. As you know, sir, the problem of poverty is in fact rising, and several honorable members brought out the point that the number of persons below the poverty line are increasing. We cannot hope to solve this grave problem unless we have a very powerful, very effective countrywide rural development program with active and massive involvement of the people. Now, our experience of the past, particularly of the community development projects, has given ample evidence that a ready made dish given to the rural people does not work. A program merely launched, run and managed by bureaucracy or by officers will not be successful. We must learn a lesson from how the community development program has failed. It is admitted beyond doubt. The report of the ministry itself admits that there is no involvement of the people. This was revealed in the conference of the state ministers for agriculture. This is an important point. I am glad that the ministry has admitted it, but I am rather surprised that this is not carried further by suggesting effective measures that would remove this very serious gap between the people and the administration we have been experiencing so far. Now, If we take rural development as our goal, for which I think the Agriculture Ministry is primarily responsible, we should concentrate all its energies. If we are not able to develop agriculture, the people will starve and the country will not become self sufficient.